I need to lose weight because when I was walking up those steps, turn it off. Keep rolling. You need a 1, 2, 3. Oh. Hey, what's up? Welcome to Mizz Me After Dark, an open, unbiased conversation created for adults about real life, real situations, real people. Always real, always real. And I am your host, Yolanda Misunderstood Brown. And tonight, first of all, let's get into it, okay? Tonight, I have a super special guest, right? I don't know if y'all ready, but I'm ready. I like real people that do real things and stand out in the community, just, 1,000% sure of themselves authentically. Y'all ready to meet him? Mr. Kevin MJ Murphy, baby. How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Wow. When I first saw you, I said, oh, no, I got to interview this guy. Come on, baby. I met you. Do you remember where I met you at?
Was it at the playground?
Yeah, I met in the playground. For those that don't know, it's like a little spot on the north side of St. Louis. Probably one of the roughest areas in the city or whatever. But it's a nice little spot. And you were there doing your Michael Jackson routine.
Yep, I remember that.
I said, wait a minute now. This man got the courage of 15 lions doing this up in here like this. Ain't nobody throwing no bottles. You moonwalking, baby. You doing your thing.
Yeah.
Where did you start becoming this person that you are now? This person that's sitting before me.
Well, let me see. I started, for a lot of people that don't know, I started back in, I think it was like 82.
Okay.
I was at Hughes Quinn.
What is that?
It's a junior high school.
Okay.
Over on the east side of East St. Louis.
Okay. So you
And
from East St. Louis?
I'm from
Okay.
East St. Louis.
Mhm.
And they was having I seen Michael Jackson, and for those that always wanted to know, didn't nobody ever teach me.
Okay.
Didn't nobody never show me. I've never been into any studio practicing or nothing like that.
Oh, baby, I didn't moonwalk. Michael Jackson used to be hot.
Yeah.
So everybody tried it, but you
Right.
embodied it, though.
But the thing is that, if you could know what you know in spirit back in when you're young, unfortunately we can't. But if I knew what I knew then, God gave you that talent to do just that,
Okay.
and that's entertain people.
So you just decided one day, you know what? I like this guy.
Yeah.
I like his clothes. I'm just gonna be,
I went downtown, East St. Louis. I don't know if people remember Platiners. It used to be a clothing store and
a men's store,
a
women's
men's
store.
store, and right down the street, I think it was a store right there on the corner, Walgreens.
Okay.
And I knew it was one of them, and I went in there and bought a 45. I don't know if people remember 45 records.
Oh, okay, a record.
A record, and
Okay.
and the name of it was Billie Jean.
Hey.
And I went and got it, and I went upstairs, and I had an old record player. My mom had redecorated the upstairs attic.
Okay.
Excuse
That was
me.
your little spot.
That was my room.
Okay.
And it had a couch. It had 2 beds, and I didn't know at the time. Excuse me. I didn't know at the time that my room was like a little dorm for people like me. I mean, for young kids. That everybody wanted to come there. First of all, I was the only child for like 16 years,
Okay.
and my mother.
Your mom waited 16 years to have a
to have
baby. She
another
might as well
baby.
left
Yeah,
that alone.
I know.
16 years, baby. You was almost an adult.
Right. I was in high school when my little brother was born. Big up to
Okay.
Christopher Cruz. Yeah. And
Big ups to Chris.
Yeah. And it's so funny how I was at Hughes Quinn, and they was having a talent show, and it was a lady by the name of Miss Dismore. She was a counselor, and it was a teacher named Miss Bush. Well, Miss Bush really, she didn't do as much as Miss Dismore. Miss Dismore was hand-on with me, so they was giving auditions. And what I didn't realize is I wanted a solo act, kind of being selfish. She wanted to put...
Well, the only child usually is selfish. Don't like to share nothing.
Yeah.
Right.
But you know what, though? It's so funny how I wanted a solo act because she wanted to put together a thriller. And it was just like, when you got a bunch of young men and young ladies in the 9th grade, you get what I'm saying? It's
Right.
hard to get them together. We practiced in front of my mom's house. We practiced over in this apartments called the Hole. You know, we just went.
It was apartments called a
Yeah,
hole.
they just tore them down. It was apartments called the Hole. We practiced on the basketball court. We just really practiced wherever we could, and it just got too overwhelming for me to try to get everybody together. Everybody was quitting every other day because they didn't want. You know what I mean? You know,
Right.
you young. You been trying to see women. Trying to see.
Right.
You know, you on the phone, man. I ain't got
Trying
time
to get into it.
Yeah, I ain't got time to be trying to practice like that every day. So I went to her when they was having auditions, and I was like, I want a solo act. And she was like, and we got into it. Actually, right there on the stage, she's like, if you don't do Thriller, then you ain't in a talent show. But my thing was, as a young man, how you gonna tell me what I could do? This is an open talent show. You know what I mean? Everybody else can bring their own talent, but she was
Right.
telling me what I was gonna do. Little did I know, it was the best thing that ever happened.
So what happened? You
We-
just
we-
start spinning and
No,
doing your
no,
little thing, and
Well, I mean,
Wait
I
a
was
minute.
already Michael Jackson.
okay.
I was already at that
So
point.
you was already walking in and
Yeah, I
talking, and
was
had the
already-
clothes,
yeah,
had the
yeah,
jacket.
yeah.
Those jackets were expensive,
and,
baby.
and you know
you had
what?
to be an only child to afford a Michael Jackson. A bit. Which jacket
Yeah.
did you have?
I had
you
them all.
You had the Thriller.
I had them all.
The
Beat
Billie
It.
Jean beat.
I had it
y'all
all.
was balling.
And I used to have.
Y'all was balling.
Yeah, I came to school every day. Anybody that know me, they'll tell you he came to school dressed. Can you imagine? They looked at me like I was.
So you never dressed regular in
No,
school?
no, no, no. Every day I was just like Michael.
Every day you was
Look,
Michael Jackson.
Look, wait a
so
minute.
I know you got picked on.
I did.
know
I
you
was
got
just gonna say
picked
that.
on. I know you got bullied.
Yeah.
Everything.
No, I didn't get
You
bullied.
didn't get. Oh, you ain't played
No, I
that.
didn't
Michael
play
Jackson know how to throw them fists,
See,
baby.
Let me tell you something. I used to be mad at God because my mother left from the old others. Well, people don't know, we stayed in the E4 building, 808. And my
What's the E4?
That's some projects over there called the
Okay.
old others, and they had high rises. Well, my grandmother stayed in the John Shields.
Okay.
And other projects. So I was fortunate to be able to grow up with both of them. Like
Okay.
guys like KC Lehman, you know what I'm saying? I mean, just a few. The Scotts, you know what I mean? The Arthur Bridges, I mean, the Rosses, you know.
And those that know what he talking about.
Yeah, they know.
You know.
So, yeah.
Shout it out.
Shout it out to them. And my thing
Oh, the
is,
thumbs up.
but I will say this. By me being young, that taught me to. I'm glad that my mother had to work a lot when she was young, and I want my grandmother named Mary Alice Lacey. She took up time with me, and especially my grandmama Peggy. I love her to death. I miss her so like that. Boy, you
Okay.
just don't know. But it was a lady named Miss Helen, Helen Davis, and she treated me
How
like.
do you remember those names
I
like
mean,
that? I
'cause
could not.
I was on hand
I
like that.
swear, I could not remember people's names. If you're not immediate family and I love you,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I will forget
Yeah.
your name as soon as I forget your face, baby.
But the thing is that it comes together with the story.
Okay.
Because all these people played a part of what I'm doing right now today.
Okay.
I used to go to Helen's house, and she had about 4 or 5 kids. Big up to the Davises. And it was to be a store on the corner on Missouri, a gas station. My mom used to give me money because my mother had a little change. So
I could tell.
Yeah, my mother give me a little money, and I would go. I would go to
You
the
had
store.
every
Yeah,
Michael Jackson.
yeah,
You
yeah.
had, boy, please.
Yeah.
I wish.
And,
I wish.
and it's funny how she saw me come back 2 or 3 times, and the other kids didn't have nothing. So what she did, she said, the last time I came, she said, "Give me your candy," because back then candy was a penny. You know what I mean?
Penny candy, literally.
You can get it for $1. You eating all day.
You good.
You good. So she told me, she said, I want you to put that bag on top of the refrigerator. I said, "Why, Miss Helen?" She said, "We don't do that around here." And she was teaching me
Right. To
how
be
to share.
generous.
How to share. So when we moved from the old Weathers, I used to be mad at God because he put me right by a park. And surrounding me was the old Weathers, the John Robinson, Johnny Shields, the Dawson Manors.
Why were you mad?
Because you got to think, every summer we had a swimming pool. And the kids used to come from different
What was the name of that pool? Because I think
Lincoln Park.
okay, I
Yeah,
think I've
yeah.
heard of that park,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
pool, but
Yeah.
okay.
But-
so
but-
you
but-
were smack dab in the middle
I was
of
snapped down in the middle with no brothers
everything.
and sisters.
Oh,
So
just you.
for some reason, every time the project, well, I'm from there too, but so I'm not gonna try to act like. But anyway,
Mm.
but every time they came in a bunch. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when you come, I think that it was more of what project you was from. You would only went if it was 4 or 5 going.
Yeah, kids are mean.
Yeah, yeah.
Kids
No,
really prepare you for
man,
life, though.
yeah.
So you didn't get bullied, or you did,
Now,
or
I
you
mean,
got bullied and you took care of it.
in the beginning, I did, but I mean, well, I'm not gonna say bully, but I'm just saying you had
You
to
got
stand
harassed,
up. Yeah, you
right.
got harassed because when they come, they'll take you swing. It's 5 or 6 people,
Mm-hmm.
or when you on the diving board, you know they letting their friends jip. You get what I'm saying? So it got to the point where you learn how to stand up and say, man, look,
Right.
you
It
know,
makes you courageous, and
it makes you
you can stand up. So that brought you where
right,
you are now, where
right.
you can go anywhere,
There you
and
go.
you don't care.
And you don't care.
Baby, I'm doing me.
Yeah, and
That's
what-
it. That's
yeah,
all.
That's how I had the
Okay.
encouragement.
We gonna clap it up for you doing you.
Thank you.
Because I'm gonna say this. I can relate because I don't care as well, and I do me. And I'm kind of could say I was the only child, but my mom had another baby when I was 10.
Okay.
So I when I felt your energy, I felt like it was some similarities and whatever, because only the strong can do what we do.
Right.
We
there you
go in situations where
There
we
you
know
go.
we're gonna be hated on, people gonna talk trash. We don't care.
Yeah.
As long as we happy. And when I first saw you dance, I was like, okay. You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay. You in the belly of the beast,
Thank you.
doing the moonwalk, baby.
Yeah.
Where people try to blend into the wall.
Yeah.
Others.
But you know what? We're gonna get into a little bit of that because I always think a lot of people looking at me now, but they don't realize I'm in my 50s, mid 50s, and
Okay.
you know what I'm saying, me. And they look at it as every time they have a video or they see somebody, it's appreciation that they send it to me.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? Me like, look at him. But what
Right.
they don't realize, you wouldn't put Beyonce up against your grandmama.
What you mean by that?
In other words, I get that you trying to show me him and stuff like that, but you really think
Who? Like Michael Jackson or other people that's doing it?
Every time somebody's
Okay.
doing Michael Jackson, they got to send me that video. But I give big ups because I'm glad that they are thinking about me.
Yeah, it's all in perception. It's all how
Right.
you perceive it. Like you can
Right.
perceive it as, okay, they saying, look at this guy, he doing it too, and y'all doing it, and it's
Yeah,
dope.
but-
or you could say you can get better. It's all in how you perceive
and
it.
I see a lot of
So
people.
I always perceive things now on the positive because I really don't care
right.
about.
And
I
you're
try
right.
my best not to be negative
Right.
about nothing, because even if you trying to be malicious,
Right.
like who cares?
Right, but you know what though? I look at it like this. What they don't understand, I'm way beyond battling. I mean, if you've been doing something for 40 some years and you still got to battle, that means you're doing something wrong. If your name is not, you get what I'm saying? Me? If your name is not already solidified, if you're not already there, or on a plateau, then to me, I just feel like you could train an animal to be perfect after 40 years. So I try to tell these people, I love to do what I do. I was born to entertain. The biggest thing for me is to walk in a place and people see smiles. And I love to catch the bus. I love to walk.
I was just getting ready to ask you.
Yeah,
So is
yeah.
this you every day,
Every
all
day.
day? So you never.
I mean,
so
I change clothes.
So do
No.
you feel like uncomfortable in a pair of jeans and a t-shirt? Do you dress like that?
No, it's not that serious. But most of the time, I'm always
Like, do you? I was saying, you
Yeah.
don't walk into the,
Nah,
the
nah.
baby shower,
Nah,
dress like
nah,
Michael Jackson.
nah,
Let me get
nah,
these
nah.
coins. You know what I'm saying?
No. I mean, I dress plain, but for the most part, it is people calling me, people wanting me to be somewhere. I just had a how would they call that? A misunderstanding
Okay.
at a club, and I'm not gonna bash nobody.
Yeah,
so,
don't even do
yeah,
it.
so
We
I'm
don't
not
do
gonna
that.
But
We don't do that.
I want to set straight the record for those that don't know. I used to dance. If I'm not, I'd been to something everywhere. Last place I was Atlanta. And the thing is that it was a girl that I went to school with, and she was my Ola Ray, Valerie Hill, big
okay.
ups. But my thing is that her husband, he owned clubs, big ups to him too. So I guess he thought, did you know this guy? Because on my video over in St. Louis, I did some at a gas station, and it went 1.5 million.
Oh, really?
In 1 week.
Oh, wow.
So a guy called me way from Europe and India. He was like, man, I don't know who you are, but you good. But the thing is that people thinking that I'm coming in these places with a tip jar and stuff like that. What they don't realize is what I charge a lot of these people from the ghetto, should they say, or the streets or the neighborhood. That's why they have never saw me. A lot of people say, I ain't never saw you. You've been doing 40 years. Because when they finally decided to start coming out or getting into their manhood or womanhood, I was already on another level. In other words,
So let me ask you this:
Mhm.
how far has being my okay? I don't want to say. Yeah, I'm gonna say it. How far has your impersonations got you? Like what's the biggest, if you could think back, what is the biggest accomplishment you can say? This was a freaking
kicking it
life
with,
changing moment. What was it?
Kicking it with Mickey Mouse or kicking it with Bugs Bunny and
Well,
Six
in
Flags.
Disney World, Six
Yeah,
Flags.
yeah, Six Flags and Disney
Okay,
World.
okay.
So I've met Jerry Springer.
Okay,
I've met Roger Trapman.
okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I did.
Have you traveled?
Yes, like I say, I've been all down south, and I'm at an age now where traveling is more. I got a son, and I just want to say this: I got a son, and I just heard his music. Kevin Murphy Jr. He goes by K4, and you can follow him. He is good. Please support him for me. And I didn't realize that he was that talented.
What does he do? Does he rap or sing?
He
rap?
can sing. He
Okay.
But he chooses. He does all his hooks, but he chooses to rap. Well, that's his thing. I'm gonna support him. But the talent runs in the family.
Okay.
He just got it natural, and I sit back and smile like his dad.
I have to listen to it because we all think our babies is the greatest.
Yeah,
Not
no,
saying
no.
that yours is
He-
not,
he-
but I'm saying we all think, my baby say
Yeah.
something cute or smart. I'm like,
Right.
oh, that's so cute. Everybody else like she need a whooping.
Yeah,
Oh, like,
yeah,
it's just
yeah, yeah.
different structure for different. So let's get into it real quick. Or now let's get into it.
Okay.
So-
okay.
Are you married, single? You in a relationship?
Right about now, I'm single.
Okay.
And I think with that, or the responsibility that I have to entertain, God is not ready for me right now because every woman that I try to date, they're not powerful enough to handle.
What right? So what you looking for? Like an Ola Ray? She got to dress up
No,
like Ola Ray every day.
no,
She got to do the Thriller
no.
video with you. I mean, what does she need to do? What are the requirements to be your mate? To be your okay? So if you was looking for a freaking amazing woman, and you like, these are the qualifications that I'm looking for, because nobody's perfect.
Okay.
And you are a big, you are a big personality.
Okay.
So
Thank you.
a person, if she wanted to date you,
Okay.
what would she have to bring with her? What are you looking for in a mate?
Actually, she really wouldn't have to bring anything. My thing is the biggest
She
thing.
would.
No, the biggest thing, because of what I do. I'm the type of person, I'll let you be yourself. I don't want to change you, add, or take away.
But you are a big personality.
But
like, she would have to bring some attributes that would
Yep.
would fit in like a freaking key to what you got going on.
The only
because
thing,
every woman is not gonna be like, okay, I understand you got to put your Michael Jackson wig on,
Right,
and I
that's
got
the problem.
you put
That's
your
the
vest
problem.
on, and
Right,
they're
that's
gonna
the
be like,
problem.
baby, no,
That's
okay.
the problem.
So this is what I'm saying to you.
Yeah.
What would she need to bring to the table that would be the key to your lock?
Michael Jackson said this. He said this one day, and I this is what I never understood, but I understand him more than anything because of what I've been doing and studying him. He said he was the loneliest man on this earth.
Oh,
A lot of people see me in a club, people be screaming or they be taking pictures and they dance, and when I leave out that club, everything is quiet.
right.
When I go home, it's quiet. And I'm at home every day, and you can hear a pin drop in my house all day long.
I can relate.
But with great responsibility,
Yes.
it's always, in other words, you're not going to, on this earth, you're not going to have your cake and eat it too.
Right.
'Cause
I get
yeah,
that.
yeah,
I just
yeah,
went through that situation.
yeah.
And it no matter how you
Right.
humble yourself
Yeah,
down,
yeah,
no matter how
yeah.
you just can't fit into someone
yeah.
else's
That's right.
vision.
That's right.
I get that.
That's right.
I get that. I just went through that. Trying to fit into somebody else's stuff. I'm not gonna be unhappy. I'm
Right.
not gonna stop doing me.
Right.
So it just don't work. And I get it. But
Yeah.
if you could make a person, like build a bar, if you could buuld a bitch,
Trust.
okay?
Trust.
If you could build a bitch.
Trust. Trust. That's
Trust. That's it.
all.
So she can be big as this room.
It don't make no
She can be
difference.
skinny as this freaking microphone thing.
I have dated plus size women.
You like some big. You like chunky monkeys.
I
I'm
like
a chunky monkey.
I like who treats me right. That's
So
it.
okay, so if she was big and funky
don't
and
not-
ugly,
nah,
and
she
you
would
wouldn't even
not-
care.
Nah, I mean
you wouldn't care. If she had two teeth in her head and feet was crunchy. You would be like, okay, that's fine. I like you.
Because she
You
probably
like
wouldn't
me.
even approach me if she was like that.
Why?
If
She
just
probably
wouldn't.
would.
I doubt it. Because
So-
she'll be insecure. See,
No,
but
these-
wait a minute.
no.
A lot of beautiful women that I
Are
have met
insecure.
is insecure because
Right.
I guess they are bougie and whatever until they meet me, and then it seems like the whole table changed. Because when I'm
Right.
looking at them, they all in the club and they doing that. But when I approach them, it's like they humble themselves.
But you said just out your mouth,
Uh-huh.
and you said out your mouth
Okay.
that it doesn't matter. She
It
could be.
doesn't.
You said she could be big.
Yeah.
She could be funky.
Nah, well,
she could be
my
ugly.
bad.
She could have
correct
crunchy
myself.
feet.
I
You
correct
said you
myself.
didn't give a damn.
No,
Long as she accepts you for who you are.
I'm gonna bag that up. I apologize for that one.
You say, wait a minute.
Yeah,
You say,
yeah,
hold up.
yeah,
Oh, you big
yeah.
old motherfucker. Don't be trying to chase me down when you see me doing my motherfucking moonwalk.
Yeah.
Because I ain't for it. Not today or tomorrow.
Your hygiene has to be.
He
on,
said that's
on point.
important.
But that's going back to the tip jar. I used to dance for free, and like a lot of people that I know say you're not the real Michael Jackson, because I was having a hard.
Of course not.
I was having a hard time trying to put my clothes back in the cleaners, and especially that smooth criminal costume.
You know what?
So, but wait a minute.
What you mean? Why you say that?
When I go in clubs right now, a lot of people will have something to say about that tip jar. And my thing is that what I want to turn around and ask them, so what you're saying, if I'm coming in here entertaining your customers,
Right.
and you looking around a thing, what they don't realize, and a lot of people that's in business shouldn't be in business because they don't know about business. If a person is
Well,
coming,
they don't know about customer service.
right, if they,
What's the difference?
there you go. If
So
you-
they know about business, but customer service is definitely
Right.
a part of business.
But they look at it, and I tell them, I say, you know what? I've been doing things for 40 years, and I was here before you opened your club, and I'll probably be here when your club shut down. So you know what I'm saying?
So with all the women that you dance for, and you ain't never took nobody out from the club.
I know, I never did that.
Oh my God, you ain't never had a one night stand from the club.
No.
Ain't nobody wanted to give you no Billie Jean
I mean,
coochie.
don't get me
Come
wrong.
on, ain't nobody wanted to be your Billie Jean.
No, I'm not gonna say that, but
Right,
like the
somebody had to want to be your Billie Jean.
Like the women say, I'm not that kind of guy. Like y'all say, y'all not that kind of girl.
What's your sign?
I'm a Cancer.
You you that kind of guy.
Yeah,
Quit
yeah,
playing.
no.
Take a drink. I'm gonna drink with you. Take a drink. You a Cancer, so yeah, you definitely that type of guy.
But I'm loyal.
Y'all nasty.
No, but
filthy.
I'm loyal. See, when a Cancer with you, he with you. Now I read all the horoscopes. They can be whorish or whatever, but if they like you, they are Cancers are some of the loyalest
right.
people.
But that's what I'm saying. But they freaky though. So you can't say.
But you got to get
ain't
there first.
You ain't all these places that you go through, and I've seen you in about about 4.
Right.
Nobody has tried to take you home and be your fucking Billie Jean. That is a lie. Now whether you took them home or not, you know you on camera, so you just like
right.
No,
Peace.
but I know.
No.
I know the alcohol be flowing, you be spinning and twirling and kicking your leg.
But I don't drink when I'm performing. See, you will never.
I know, but everybody else is though.
But that's the sad part because
why?
Because the thing is, I don't get a chance to do what you do. See that's the thing. With great power come great responsibility.
Wait,
and I keep saying
but
that.
you've been doing this for 44 years.
40 years and
43, right?
And people, and people still will see me with a drink in my hand and videotape it and try to rag on me on Facebook because I do kids parties. See, a lot of times I be in the mayor's face.
Right.
See, I be in people that work for Springfield up in the Capitol. I be in their face. So I'm gonna tell you a story. And
but that don't have nothing to do with you getting a booty. Okay, so listen, you've been doing this.
Stay on that
wait, because I don't believe you.
No,
You've been doing this for 43 years. So that means you did it all through your 20s. Now, 55-year-old Michael Jackson probably ain't on there, but I want to know about 22-year-old Mike, baby. Because 22-year-old Mike was getting that ass.
Yeah.
Right. So let's talk about. That's what I'm saying. Don't try to get on here and be all Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. And, baby,
because
listen.
I'm older now.
You've been spinning and twirling and kicking for 40 years. But I know.
That got me in trouble.
I know. Oh, it got you in trouble.
It got me in trouble.
Somebody tried to Mike Tyson you?
No. And see, wait a minute. The thing is that it was so. I'm trying to put it in perspective.
Okay.
When I had too much power as a kid. Can you imagine a middle school young man in the 9th grade, about 13 years old, maybe 12, 13, and they sneaking him through the side door, and girls are calling, trying to get with him.
I can't imagine that because Michael Jackson was that guy.
And I apologize to my mom because my mom was up, and I have a private line in my mom's house right now because of that. Like, she would say, didn't I just tell you that he wasn't here?
And you was in East St. Louis, baby. I know for sure.
Yeah, and everywhere I went,
the panties was out the front door, on the back door, at school, in the locker. They was throwing them at you.
So the thing is that if you're looking at that situation, that's why it don't matter. See, anytime I tell people, men have 4 or 5 women right now because they're trying to play catch up. See, y'all don't understand. Most of the men that was in school, when they have 4 or 5 women, it's because they wasn't that dude back in school. The men that had 5 or 6, 7 women back then, that don't mean none of them now. You get what I'm saying?
I just think that men and women like to do what men and women like to do, and I just don't see a problem with it. I don't see a problem with it. But this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a break and we're gonna come right back.
Okay,
that's cool.
That's fine.
We taking a break. Break it, baby.
All right.
I just think back with Mizz Me After Dark with MJ. Okay, Kevin. But when you see him, call him motherfucking MJ, okay? Put some respect on his goddamn name. Shit. He did all, he looking fabulous, baby.
Thank you.
So before we left, we were talking about, he trying to say he never had a one-night stand. Wasn't nobody trying to be his Billie Jean, Ola Ray. Wasn't nobody trying to be nobody.
Wait you got to think. You asking me something when you
20 years ago.
No, you dealing with 4 decades.
Right. We talking about after high school in your 30s. You should have had multiple pieces of ass body.
I mean,
multiples. Multiples.
In a 40-year span, in the beginning, yes. It depends. When you asking me them questions, you have to say in the early years or the later years.
Okay, so let's talk about the early years.
Okay, now we can talk about
let's get into it.
With that
get into it.
That's kind of,
this is, I told you, we're going to talk, this is an open,
unbiased.
Okay. There is no one gives a damn here.
Right.
And if you out there in internet land, if you have a problem with it, please delete and move past exit stage left, because this is a grown people conversation. We have grown conversation here, okay? And we talk about sex and ass and penis and vagina and whatever. We don't care. We don't care. We don't care. Okay, whatever you like, we like it too, as long as it makes you happy and it doesn't negatively affect anyone else. Do you, okay? So let's get into it.
Okay.
The one night stands. Let's talk about it.
All right. Okay.
I know I've had a few. And I stopped doing them because it got dangerous. But I've had a few. So let's talk about it.
Okay.
As Michael Jackson, who gave you the ass? Go.
Now, my thing, see, now
you ain't got to say no names. You don't have, I don't want you to say no names. I don't want you to say names. But just let's talk about the experience.
Okay, now I will say this. It is some of the things that I do remember me having 7 women at one time.
Oh, wow. 7? How did you handle all that?
It was
what was wrong? What happened?
And I don't know how I did that. But
7?
But I didn't sleep with all of them now.
So what, someone was jiggling and licking and playing? What happened?
We wasn't doing that back then. We wasn't doing, because you got to think, when women was young back then, they didn't even do, I hate to say that. I hate to say, see, I'm saying this.
What?
But anyway.
Fellatio?
No, they didn't even shave like that back then.
Ah, you talking about the big bushy afro coochie.
Yeah. They wasn't doing that.
That shit was horrendous.
Yeah,
that's some horrendous shit.
They wasn't doing that.
Dude.
They wasn't
So,
doing that.
okay, you came up in the day of the for real wolf pussy shit.
Yeah.
So,
But that's why.
okay,
But
that
guess what?
motherfucker
But
was
guess
scary,
what?
like it was
Wait,
growling
whoa,
and
whoa, whoa.
shit.
Let's get this straight. That's why a lot of people don't believe me. But what I'm about to say for real, I have never, ever,
Okay.
ever in my life went.
You were down on a
I've
woman?
never.
What?
I've never in my life.
Are you serious?
I mean, since
that's
we're
why your
confessing-
lips so goddamn thin.
Is that what it is?
Man,
But I mean,
you ain't never went down on a woman.
We didn't do that back
Oh
then.
my God, you are missing out in life.
Well,
And
that's
that's why
your
you're,
opinion.
man, dude, let me tell you something. You need some friends.
Nah, that's your opinion.
You need some friends. I'm just, you know what?
I mean, no, wait.
I'll be hitting all these goddamn buttons. Hold up. Wait a minute. Which one? Let me find one for you. I won't hit them all, baby. You are missing out.
I
You
just,
need to-
I mean.
Yes.
But I
a
tell
woman-
him, from the beginning, that's on you not. I'm just gonna try to tell you.
Well, okay, I'm
gonna
not
tell you-
judging.
I'm
No
gonna tell you
judgment
what
zone.
I don't do.
Yeah, it's a no judgment zone
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
If you don't like it or you've never tried it.
To me, it's nasty.
What?
It is. For what thing in front of him, and when you put that in front of him to smell it, he gonna always say.
You messing with the wrong women.
No. Honestly,
So you messing with some funky pussy bitches.
No, but because I'm gonna say this, all women stuff got a scent. I don't care who you are. Now, a bunch of women know how to maintain it and keep it down, but coochie, that's gonna always smell like that. I don't know. I don't care what you put on it or because that it's supposed to. That's what it is.
I think it's really like it's
got to smell.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, it's got its own
but my experience is women that don't smell clean, they don't smell clean because whoever they dealing with like it like that. Like, I have literally had a man say to me when we were dating, do you mind if I eat you out when you come home from work? I'm like, fuck yeah. I've been working 12 hours. Are you crazy?
And
he's like, why? I got a problem with that. No, I'm just letting you know what I like from the jump. I'm like, oh, no, I can't do that. Even though I'm not saying I come home smelling like I've been working on the railroad. I'm just saying that if a woman likes to, a real woman likes to take care of themselves and get it together before they be intimate with their man.
Get through doing that, it's still gonna smell.
And then
like that.
it don't.
But wait a minute, you getting it misunderstood.
That's my name.
But no, I'm saying smelling like a vagina doesn't mean that it stinks. See, like in other words, it's smelling like popcorn don't mean that it stinks. Smelling like Cheetos don't mean
I've been around
like
some
what
women
it
who
is.
pH balances all the way off,
okay, but
illegally off.
but-
like you really need to
Right, but I'm not talking
you
about
should
that.
go to jail for that shit. I'm
Right.
just saying.
And
But-
I think
but-
like to set the record straight. Some things I just don't like to smell. Like for an example, you can be some people can have pickles in the room, and you just don't like the smell of pickles. That don't mean that it stinks.
So you literally don't like the smell of a woman's body?
No, not body.
But what about-
because your fingers don't smell
So
like that.
what about
Your
if
hair
you
don't
ran
smell
across
like
a
that.
woman who didn't smell like that? Would you still have the same
I don't know.
opinion?
I mean,
you just can't fix yourself to get even to that point.
I'm gonna say this to you.
That's interesting as hell.
This is my theory. Why would you have to do that when you will in doubt somewhere else?
You one of those. You one of those guys. I got a big dick, so I don't go to fuck no pussy.
You said that
You
I did.
one of those guys. Oh man, shame on you.
Oh,
Shame
my
on.
God.
You know what? You don't get no applause.
All right.
You get. I don't know. Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, hey, that's what y'all want.
Not really. It's not really. I think big penises are like slowly fading out. I think they're fading out.
Well, they not doing it right then.
Nah, like
Because
they fading out. They fading out.
No, I'm gonna say this. I think that it's not even about banging real hard or you know what I'm saying. It's all about the massage. It's all about slow. It's all about kissing you on your neck. It's all about,
Okay.
because I like me when I got a woman, I do it all. I know how to cook.
You don't do it all because you don't give
No,
oral.
but I make up in other ways.
Okay.
See. My thing is, most of my baby mamas, which
How many baby mamas you got? We didn't even get into that.
I got 4.
You got 4
And
baby
I
mamas.
got 7 kids.
Okay.
I got Shanique
Okay.
Murphy, Keviana Murphy, Sadden Murphy, Kevin Murphy Jr., Christopher Murphy, Michael Murphy, and Darius.
Okay.
Hearn.
So you got, wait a minute,
I got
5
7.
sons,
I got,
4
I got,
sons?
I got 4 sons and 2
Okay.
girls. So
Okay.
it's 7 of them. And my thing is, I had a little girl, and you know, that was I done been through a lot. And I was staying in Tennessee, and my mother gave me a call one day, and she said, "Sit down, son. I got some tragedy." So I'm like, "Okay, I will be back." And we're gonna set up the funeral. She said, "Don't worry about that." She said, "They buried your daughter."
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that was more hurting than anything because I felt like the mother wanted me to marry her daughter and I didn't.
Right.
So the cousin of the girl that I had, both of them got burnt up, the mother and the daughter.
Oh, so they lost their lives
They
in the
lost
fire?
it. Well, the daughter got suffocated because the mother was trying to cover her up in a mattress and she suffocated her. But she died too. Both of them died, so I couldn't even blame nobody. Excuse me. So I look at a lot of people, and I look at a lot. I just been through a lot.
Right.
When I was young, I seen my uncle, shoot a man penis off. See,
Wait a minute.
yeah, I'm serious. I mean,
Hold up. Wait a minute.
Yeah, I've seen.
First of all, I want to say sorry for the loss of
Thank
your
you.
daughter and her. Did her mom pass away as
yeah,
well?
yeah, they both did.
Okay. I'll take a moment for that. Sorry about that. That had to be super
good.
tragic.
Yeah, and it was.
But we got to get to this elephant that you just put in the room.
Okay, all right.
Please tell me why your uncle shot a man's dick off.
Well, as far as what I knew is my uncle, he could fight or whatever it may be in the projects in the John and Shields, and I'm not gonna call no name, but
Right.
it was a guy that was older than he was, and he jumped on him.
Okay.
They got to fighting, and my uncle was getting the best of him,
Right.
but he was younger, so the
Right.
guy pulled a stick out and whooped him with it. So we at my grandmama's house, and I'm a little kid, and he was my idol. So
Right.
when I started joining him, like, yeah, you ain't hit him like that. You ain't.
Right.
One day they was out in the yard, and the guy came to the door, and he say, "What you looking at?" My uncle say, I ain't looking at nothing."
Right.
And he said, "You better shut up before I come out here and stab you with these scissors." My uncle said, You gonna do what?" And
Dang.
before I know, I'm like 12 years old. He reached over me with that pistol and just boom. And as he fell back in the door, his testicles fell from up under the door.
Damn.
Shot it straight off. And just being 12 or 13 years old.
That had to be traumatic
Yeah,
as hell.
to get to
and
jail.
that man life is like he probably
Well, they
lived.
both dead now.
Oh, they
Yeah,
both dead.
They both dead now. But just seeing some things, and then I got a chance to see the police saying, "Come on out of there," with the big bullhorn.
Right.
Come on up out of there. We know you're in there. And
Who was they talking to, your uncle?
my uncle, because he grabbed me up and ran in the house like the door, and
Right.
he wasn't coming out. And if it wasn't for his big brother saying, "Look, man, we got these kids in here," cause my little auntie, on my
Right.
daddy's side, she was asleep, so she don't remember none of that. But I can remember more things as a kid than I can. I can't remember why I put my kids at lesson on that.
Right.
But I
that's
Yeah.
where I
Yeah.
what they call
Yeah.
formulation years, formative
Yeah.
years when you
Past
young
that.
and when you young, those are the years that form you into an adult. Like they say, when you
Right.
get a certain at 21, when you're 21, you're basically have the moral foundation of who you're gonna be for the rest of your life.
Right, there you go.
That's why high school is so important.
Yeah.
High school really prepares you for real life.
Right, that's right.
Most people, when they go through high school and they go through whatever they go through in high school,
Uh-huh.
they pretty much still gravitate toward
Right.
those type of people and those type of things, and it's crazy.
But
But that's crazy.
I want to tell people, stick to your dream, no matter what somebody say, because I look at my son now. Women will try to change you. You will give up. I have stayed Tennessee, Chicago, Springfield, Rock Island, Davenport, and I've always stayed with a woman. And at the end of the day, I always got the short end of the stick.
Right.
And that's why to this day I stay by myself. And my thing is that I live like Michael Jackson for real. You
Right.
can't knock on my door. You know,
Right.
I counted 25 trees on the property that I stay at, and it's a 6-foot privacy fence around the whole thing, and it's so peaceful. And knock, 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 I haven't heard that in 3 years. If I'm on the phone talking to you, and if somebody knock on my door, I'm like, hold on, I'm going to get that shotgun, because how you get over my gate?
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
When you say that, what made you, what about Michael Jackson made him super relatable to you as a child?
God.
Like God.
God.
What do you mean?
Because see, the thing is, God does things, and everybody has a talent, and I realize that God gives everybody a talent.
He does.
You just have to find
And
it.
a purpose.
Yes, yes, and you have to find it. The only thing that I feel bad about is I didn't realize that. Now I play basketball, I can swim, flip off the diving board, I can skate, I can play baseball, I can play football, and I'm talking about extremely well.
Okay.
Almost better than I can dance. But that stuck in my mind because it's a song that Michael Jackson and the Jackson 5 made that I think about a lot, and it's called Music and Me. And no matter
I got the music in me.
no, it's
Was
a
that
slow
one?
song.
Oh, it's a slow song.
And it's called Music and Me. And basically relating to no matter what happens in life, it's just always been my music. I can always tune everything out. I can always deal with I don't care what I'm going through with people. I don't care relationships or whatever it may be. It has always smoothed me. Like right now.
It calms you down.
Yeah. Oh yeah, by the way, I will be at the playground.
And where else you going tonight?
I'm gonna go to the playground, and I will be at the sipping right around the corner from Hearns. He told me the name of it, Sip.
You talking about Valerie's?
But he don't want me. He didn't want
Oh,
me.
he
to say.
changed the name.
Yeah, he changed the name. Sip.
We can't be giving these people free shout outs, baby. We need sponsorship around here.
But
we need sponsorship around
okay,
here.
and I'm finna,
so
and I can put
everybody,
that, but
so
that's the
everybody where he's
platform.
going tonight,
That's the platform.
you see him.
Yeah.
He will be on your page, and people,
I was
and
here
you
first.
will be amazed.
I was here
yes,
first.
you were.
And this
yes,
is my
you were.
This out of 40 years, I have had so many people to try to see. This is what you don't know. This is a surprise. I've had so many people try to interview me. I'm saying this personally.
That's
live.
dope.
This is my very first
And
interview.
that's dope. Because it's meant to
and-
be.
And it's meant to be.
meant to
And
be.
you asked me, and I didn't hesitate.
No,
I said,
because it's meant to be.
And I was on time.
Because nothing happens for nothing.
It happened
Everything
then.
happens
but
for
they
a
have
reason.
all because a lot of people try to interview me, and I know they're not genuine.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
I am very genuine. What you see is what you get.
I know that when I
Yeah.
first met you, that's when I first met you, and I was moving so fast because I had to be somewhere else.
Yeah, you was like, wait a minute, I gotta go.
I gotta go,
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
wait a minute,
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
wanna, cause I think you dope as hell.
And I thank you. And
You just got a little light around you, like
Yeah,
only
thank
certain
you.
people can see it.
Thank you. And you
You
know,
know?
I appreciate it. Like I go to these clubs and I'm having a problem. I want to give big ups to for those that will be on your platform now, because as a community,
Right.
and like I try to tell people, they want to know what.
Oh, we got big things popping here
Yeah,
in Stu
yeah,
Studios,
yeah,
baby.
yeah,
Big things
yeah,
popping,
yeah.
misunderstood, baby.
Yeah.
Where did they get a load of me, baby? They
Right.
do not know that we got big things popping here at Stu Studios. Yes, we do.
I will say this: I am a testimony, and the downside.
It sounds like it.
I came home. This Michael Jackson thing ain't always been easy.
Wait a minute, you came home. Are you saying you been to the pit?
No. I went to Iowa. I got a habitat house built from the ground up,
Okay.
and I watched them dig my basement out. And the thing is that I'm not gonna bash nobody. I'm not gonna put nobody down. I don't do that no more. I've changed my life.
You got a habitat house. You winning.
No. But what I don't understand about God, and it's not for me to understand. And that's
you.
why a lot of times people try to fix something, and you don't need to fix it. What you need to do is tell him about it and walk away from it, because he don't work on your time.
Right.
And it took me a long time to realize that he's got a purpose for me, and I don't even know what it is, but people gravitate from me. When I walk in a club, it's like I have a lot of men. Like one day I went into the Red Apple. I don't know if you know where that's at.
I've heard of.
In
Oh,
East
yeah, I
St.
do.
Louis.
I do know where it's at.
And it was a
that
man.
mug be popping.
It be
Okay.
popping. And there was a
Yes.
man that came up to me. He said, "Watch your back." I say, "Why?" And he said, "Because when you came up in here, it was two guys that said, 'Oh shit, here come this motherfucker here.'" Now, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So they let you know people don't like me a lot of time and don't even know me.
Right, that's the thing.
Like, dude, I don't come in here to pull women. I don't come in, because I'm getting out of attention and then step your game up.
But see, that's all
Step
about
your game
perception as well. Like
Right.
we talked about that at first. I'm gonna have
Right.
to give you a counseling session. I'm gonna charge your ass $59.95 per hour, baby, because it's all about perception.
Yeah.
Because he could have been saying, "Watch this motherfucker right here. He finna kill this shit." He could have been saying it like that.
But the old man knew.
He could have been saying it like
the way
that.
they was looking, because he just looked at them. They didn't know he knew me.
Right.
But they was like, "Oh shit," and you know how you could tell the difference. Where he said, "Man, look, man, watch yourself, man." He said, "Cause a lot of people." And they said more than that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're like, man, I get so sick of this mom. But
Right. But so
that's
what?
not the first time. I get that all the time.
But those are the things, like with me doing comedy and stuff. I heard her, she ain't no comedian. She ain't funny.
just hating.
She ain't got nothing going on. But then when I go up, our motherfuckers be like, "Oh my God."
Yeah.
So I mean, when you are gifted and blessed with something, you just gotta walk your
They
path.
talked about the real Michael
You gotta
Jackson,
walk
so-
your path. What?
Yeah.
You gotta know they talked about what?
They wasn't ready
They
for him.
drug him.
Yeah,
Or you said
yeah,
anything
yeah,
different is
yeah.
always gonna be drugged through the mud,
Yeah.
drugged through the what the fuck ever. Nobody cares. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta
Right.
walk in faith and walk your path. Who cares?
Right. That's right. That's
Who
right.
cares?
That's
You know what I'm saying?
right. That's right.
Who this man got on flooding pants,
Right.
Michael Jackson.
Right.
Flooding pants, spinning around in circle, kicking his leg up, talking about
With all,
Come on now.
with all the money that all the
Man.
see that
Come on now.
yeah, and see people call
People-
him weird.
Yeah,
But-
they don't
but-
understand different.
But they don't understand this. When you able to buy anything that your heart desire, and you run out of things to buy. This man had bought a theme park.
I think though, when you in it like us, you in it, you not in it for the money. You in it for the love.
For the love.
I'm in it for the love.
For the
Like the
love.
money comes,
And they don't
when you
get
doing
it.
something. People, that energy that you put out.
Right.
Like I think people don't give you. They don't tip you for. Yeah, you good at what you do.
Thank
And
you.
that's without
Thank
doubt.
you.
But I'm saying they tip you because it takes something special to do what you do. It takes courage. It takes something, a certain je ne sais quoi or whatever to go in and do what you do, because no regular motherfucker be like, I ain't finna go up in there and be Michael Jackson and shit.
Yeah.
But you go up in there, you be like, hey, play my song.
Yeah.
And then you be like, hey.
Yeah.
You want to do a little something? You want to do a spin or something? Take your headphones, because you can right there if you want to.
I feel you.
You say you gonna save it for later.
Yeah, I'm saving for later.
All right,
baby.
I respect that. I
I'ma
respect you gonna save it for later.
Because I try to meet
real.
all demands and all means, and still you have a lot of people, and I want to say this for real. A lot of people is not going to get what I do.
Who cares?
But no. But the problem is that if we don't fix what we need to fix in our own community, we see as black people especially. I can't speak on no other culture because I'm not them. I can only speak on what I see and what I go through. In my culture, I have the biggest problem when I go out there in the county and dance for different ethnics. They show me like it's always my own
they
people.
do. I bet they
It's
do.
my own
But-
people.
But see, you know what? I have to counter. I have to rebuttal that, because
Right.
like in comedy,
Yeah.
black people are really just like naturally funny. So
Right.
when I go to do, I purposely do my people first, because my people gonna give me the absolute real. They gonna
Right.
be like, girl, that was some bullshit.
Some bullshit.
And then they gonna be like, psh,
Right.
whatever, I'm funny
Right.
too. My people say I'm funny, I should be a comedian,
But
or whatever. So when
my
you
thing-
get that, when
yes.
you get that,
But why?
if ain't
but-
nobody
but-
hating on you,
but
baby,
why
you ain't
do
doing
that?
it right.
My thing
It's
is that
because-
I can look you up and down, and I can find 100 things But my thing is that sometimes just because you can, right about now, I don't need your criticism. I need your support.
You are truly Michael Jackson. You know that.
Well,
Because you so sensitive.
Yeah, I need
you
your
are
support.
so you are true. You have embodied.
Yes,
Michael, you have
40
embodied.
years. But
you have embodied Michael Jackson.
But I told you, God gave me this, and I'm talking about. I see a lot of Michael Jacksons, but when I say I see people around the whole board, I'm pretty much 95% one of the best. Just like I'm talking about, not just his dancing, but his personality.
Okay.
I did a show in Belleville, and this was like 2 years ago, and it was a little kid, and I told her, I say, it's gonna rain. It's Saturday. She wanted me to do it at the Memorial Hospital in the park across the street. I said, it's gonna rain, just to show you how my heart is. I said, it's gonna rain. She didn't believe me. I do 4 records. I did the first 2. I was doing Smooth Criminal. It started pouring down raining.
Okay.
So everybody took out running. He's hollering and screaming and crying. I said, what's wrong with him? He want to take you home. So that made me feel
like
good.
a cute little.
Yeah, like because they think I'm the real Michael Jackson. So I told him, I said,
Don't get no Michael Jackson case now.
if you stop, if you stop crying, this is what I'll do. I'll come next week and I'll give you your other 2 records.
Okay.
His mother looked me in my face. She said, don't do my son like that.
But don't lie, because he's gonna be looking for you.
He gonna be looking forward to that.
He gonna be looking for you.
The moral of the story, I turned around and looked at her. I said, baby, you messing with the truth. I said, you ain't ran into a man like me.
So you went and did that, baby.
I came next week, and when I got out the car, tears was coming down her eyes. Like, you kept your word. Now, I ain't getting paid nothing now.
Because you remember, the little kid in you remembers that kids don't forget nothing.
They don't forget nothing.
And that's the formative years.
Yes.
So that one lie would trigger a butterfly effect. You never know, you know what I'm saying?
And you're right.
And you might not even be around to see it.
But I don't know. I look at people, and I hate that they hate for no reason. They just hate for no reason, and if,
it's a reason.
And if I can change your heart or your mind in something positive, because that's what I'm all about. When I go to the playground tonight, and I walk in that door, it's people that don't even know me that know me now.
Everybody know you.
That I stop and I'll sit down and have a conversation with him, and the whole time she or he is shocked, like he takes the time out. The ghetto of the lowest, of the gangsters, the Crips, the Bloods, that's where I want to be.
Okay.
Because I can try to change them. See what I'm doing. I try to teach my kids all the time, you ain't got to be no dope boy to make no money.
Okay.
They looking, why you wearing that kind of hairstyle? Why you wearing them clothes? Why you wearing them wigs?
I wanted to talk about that.
And we can.
We
can.
I'm going to ask you real quick. Give me a 1 minute as well. Okay, so I wanted to ask you real quick. So that's a wig. Do you have different wigs for different eras? Real quick. Because we only got like a couple more minutes. This conversation can go on forever.
Yeah,
I'm trying to tell you, you are so interesting to me. But this is
But I used
a
to have,
1 hour show. We got to give it to them and then hit them with it, and then they can ask you questions when they see you outside of here.
Okay, that's
they
fine.
can send
That's
you
fine.
Emails and whatever and book you for things. Is your hair like?
This is a wig that I have to wear.
Okay.
Because I cut my hair years ago. But for those that know me, my hair was just as long in school.
How long is your hair?
It's short now.
Okay.
No,
so you have
I
a regular
waves.
Okay.
Now if they go on my page, they can see my actual hair. Because I don't hide it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I mean, the thing is that, hey, look, it put change in my pocket.
Okay, you better say it.
And at the end of the day.
So you got the Jerry curl.
Now, I turned down the coochie now.
Lord.
Let's get back to that. Now, let's get
y'all want to get back into the coochie because we only got like another 3 minutes. Like, if we get to talking about coochie, that's
bottom line. I'm looking for a woman.
Okay.
That is confident, and that's all. And we'll take off from there.
Okay.
It's no woman that I can find that understand. I even had women that say, you know what, I'm not going tonight. Why we're not going? I don't like the fact that women won't take pictures. I don't like the fact that women interrupt me. So it gets overwhelming to them.
Lord. We're going to talk about that off camera. So leave the people with your information, your Instagram, whatever information you want them to have real briefly before we close this up.
Okay. I'm still doing shows. You can reach me at Kevin MJ Murphy on Facebook. I haven't did nothing about Twitter, nothing like that. Don't know anything about that. They didn't have that out when I was coming up. But
Oh,
anyway,
Lord.
my number is 618-920-1914. I do weddings, birthday parties, anniversaries. I did repasses. Whatever you think that I
Okay.
have performed there. Swimming pools. It
All
don't
right.
make no difference.
So look them up.
Yeah.
Look them up.
Thank you.
I am. This is Miss Me
Okay.
After Dark. If it makes you happy, if it doesn't negatively affect anyone in your life or in your circle or anyone, period, live your best life to the fullest. Be sexually active. Just be happy and do yeah.